Be advised, the following video contains descriptions of violence, bloodshed, and general creepiness, along with a mildly disturbing image. If you are okay with these things, feel free to proceed to the video. If you are not, I would advise clicking off and watching something else. Now, for those who stayed, happy Halloween. That skeleton stood in front of me. A long slash drew across his chest, blood leaking from veinless bones. He collapsed, gasping. He stared at the ground for a few seconds before breaking into laughter and slamming his fist into the ground. You should have kept that pie. He laughed more. It turned into a coughing fit before he became silent and turned to dust in the wind. What did he mean by that? Surely after fighting him, Asgore would be easy to best. I took a step forward, but as soon as Soul hit Tile, a large sword fell from above and stabbed its way into the ground. No, it did not fall, it was thrown. I looked up into the dark of the rafters. There was a form moving up there. Just as I was about to yell to whoever was up there, they jumped. They landed directly in front of me in a kneel, grasping the sword by the hilt in one hand. For the past few hours I had not known fear. My heart had raced, sure, but not once did I doubt coming out on top. But as I looked into that monster's face, I was terrified. It could not be. She was dead. I watched her collapse. I had left her to die. That slash across her body, leaking red blood as her breath slowed. I had not stayed to watch her turn to dust. But she was here. Was it a ghost? Was I seeing things? Was guilt finally creeping its way in? Tutorial? I stuttered out. She put a free hand on the sword's pommel. I expected her to stand up, but all she did was laugh. She let out a fit of laughter. It wasn't like she had just told another pun like she always did. She wasn't laughing at something. She was laughing at someone. Finally, using the sword as leverage, she stood up, still laughing. She threw her head back, eyes closed. 2 black, curled, pointed marks were under them. The wound, the massive slash across her entire body, was still there, bleeding. I took another step back as she pulled the sword from the ground. Its blade immediately burst into searing flames. Seconds later, she stopped laughing and opened her eyes. The thought of her being back may have terrified me, but those eyes shocked me to my very soul. There was nothing behind them, no dilation in her pupils, no feeling in her face. They might as well have been dead. Her mouth smiled. "Why, hello there, sweetie." She chuckled. "Did you have fun?" "How? What? I saw you. I... My mouth would not work. "Oh, that... Did you really think that would work? You call yourself powerful." She kept laughing. Her eyes didn't change. She pulled the blade closer to herself and ran her hand across it. Her hand showed no evidence of being burned as she took some of the flame in her palm. "I could show you real power." Not once did she take her eyes off me as she raised the flame to her face and let the arm holding the sword fall to her side. Unlike her hand, her face caught fire, the white fur turning black, an acrid smell being released into the air. She let out a noise that could not be discerned as laughter or screaming, but whatever it was, my soul shook. She pressed the flame against her left eye and dragged her hand down that side of her face, leaving black fur in its wake. As her hand left her eye, the flames enveloped it, until it was no longer an eye, but a seat for a small inferno eating at the flesh surrounding it. Half of her face was blazing. I wanted to attack. I wanted to strike her down, but I just could not move. "Real power doesn't die." She chuckled. As if divinely interrupting, the door at the other end of the hall opened, and out walked Asgore, the king of the monsters. Sans, have you seen? He turned to see me and Toriel, her body becoming enveloped in flame. The human? Begone, Asgore. I'll deal with this. Her eyes never left me, but the first hint of emotion entered them. Anger. The smile never left her mouth, though. Tori, what are you Ah! The king screamed in pain as Toriel's sword appeared in his shoulder, pinning him to the back wall. She had thrown it backward still without looking at anything but me. Blood leaked from the wound. Toriel, what are you doing? We don't need to fight them. We can work this out, Asgore yelled as he tried to tug the blade from his arm. Toriel turned her hand and the sword flew back into her grip. As it flew, it ripped the king's hand open, prompting a scream from the large monster. I said, I'll deal with it. The anger left her eyes and her mouth widened. Are you ready?